Today I'm building a 5-gallon nano tank using only one plant species, dwarf hairgrass. No CO2, basic lighting, and a simple setup to see if this plant can actually work for beginners. Welcome to One Plant Aquascape, where I build tanks using only one plant species to see what actually works. For lighting, I'm using a basic Pawfly LED, running for about 8 hours a day. No fancy settings, no CO2, and no daily adjustments. I want to see what dwarf hairgrass does under consistent beginner level conditions. The rules for this build are simple. This is a 5-gallon tank. I'm using only dwarf hairgrass, no CO2, and beginner level equipment. The goal here isn't perfection. It's to see if this plant is worth reusing in future aquascapes. For the substrate, I'm using Fluval Stratum. It's not the cheapest option out there, but it's widely available and very beginner friendly. Since this tank is going to be completely carpeted, the hardscape has to do all the work in creating depth. I'm using a few simple rocks and keeping everything low so the hairgrass can stay the focus. I'm not trying to overcomplicate this layout, just enough height to make the tank feel bigger than it actually is. To give the hairgrass the best chance, I'm also adding a few root tabs underneath the substrate for extra nutrients. This still keeps the setup simple, but it removes one of the biggest struggles beginners face with carpeting plants. I'm planting the dwarf hairgrass in small clumps and spacing them evenly across the tank. The idea here is to let the plant spread naturally through runners instead of forcing a thick carpet right away. This stage always looks a little underwhelming, but that's normal. Patience is a big part of growing grass. This is the tank fully filled for the first time. Right now it looks simple and clean, which is exactly what I want at this stage. If the hairgrass fills in over time, this layout should really come to life. Over the next few weeks, I'll be watching for runners, yellowing, algae, and overall growth. This will help decide whether dwarf hairgrass is something I'd actually reuse in future builds. Right now, this is a solid starting point. The real test will be whether this plant spreads without CO2 and stays healthy long term. This was the first build in my One Plant Aquascape series. If you want to see which plant I test next, hit like and let me know in the comments. I'll be posting updates on this tank soon. See you.